The Tower League stadium fell silent. A player missed a pass, and the referee's whistle turned him to golden dust.
He's gone. Just like that. I'm next if I fail.
Asahi stood on the penalty spot, alone before the towering masked figure. The golden whistle aimed at his chest.
My legs are shaking. One shot. That's all I have.
The referee pointed to the goal. No words, only the unspoken demand to prove his existence.
Breathe. Focus. Forget the dust. It's just the ball and the net.
He took his run-up, heart pounding like a war drum. The stadium seemed to hold its breath. The ball curved through the air, a desperate prayer, and slipped past the keeper into the back of the net.
I scored. I'm still alive.
But the referee's golden glow only intensified. The trial had just begun. No one ever truly escaped the Tower League. After the match, Asahi could barely stand. The silence of the locker room felt heavier than the cheers that never came.
You are still here. Good. I wasn't sure you'd survive that.
That referee, he made Yuto vanish, like he was nothing.
It's not just Yuto. 12 players have retired this season alone, always after a poor performance.
12 players. And no one outside knows. This isn't a league, it's an execution ground. Who are you? Why are you telling me this?
I am the team manager. I've watched 8 players turn to dust right in front of me. You are the 9th to survive.
Just then, another survivor entered. Kaito, with tired eyes but a stubborn jaw.
We've been marking the vanishings. We think the referee judges anyone who fails a critical moment. Promise me, Asahi. We don't let each other fade.
The next days blurred into a fight for survival. Asahi trained harder than ever, haunted by the golden glow.
Every touch has to mean something. I can't just kick the ball. I have to make the god watch.
Akari watched from the sidelines, her clipboard filling with notes on what the referee seemed to reward.
It's not just scoring. The referee responds to passion, to creativity. Play like you are telling a story.
A story. Then I have to play the most beautiful one ever told.
But not everyone was interested in beauty. Ren, the star striker, saw Asahi's rise as a threat.
Look at the rookie, running himself ragged. Afraid you'll disappear like the last one?
Back off, Ren. You don't know anything about what's really happening.
The weak get erased. And you are going to get your little friend Kaito killed before this season ends.
Ren's laugh echoed as he walked away, leaving Asahi with a cold rage and a new name to protect. The next match arrived under the god referee's unwavering stare. Every touch was a heartbeat away from judgment. As Kaito sprinted into the box for a clear shot, Ren's leg shot out, a deliberate trip that sent him crashing.
Oops, so clumsy. You've just cost us the equalizer.
The ball rolled out. The referee's golden whistle rose, pointing directly at Kaito. Judgment time.
No, not Kaito. I won't let him vanish.
In a flash, Asahi stole the ball from a defender and threaded a perfect pass to Kaito. Now, scrambling back to his feet, Kaito, shaking off the pain, met the ball with a clean strike. The net rippled. The stadium gasped. The referee hesitated. Then, for the first time, the glowing whistle lowered without a victim.
Teamwork. Sacrifice. The god's rule isn't just punishment, it's about the bond between players.
Asahi had uncovered a fragment of the divine code, but the god's eyes still promised no mercy, only a deeper test. Ren's fury boiled over. He shadowed Asahi across the pitch, hunting more than the ball. A brutal slide tackle from behind. Cleats aimed at Asahi's standing leg. The crunch silenced the stadium.
My ankle. He wanted to break me.
The referee's golden whistle rose, not toward the fallen Asahi, but toward Ren. No hesitation.
Wait, no. It was a fair challenge. You can't.
Golden tendrils wrapped around Ren's limbs. He opened his mouth, but only dust poured out. He was gone.
So malice is punished too. Even a single dirty act can erase you.
The team stood frozen, the lesson branded into their souls. The god's law was absolute, purity or dust. Asahi's relief was poisoned by dread. The margin for error had just vanished along with Ren.
From now on, every pass, every challenge, I have to be flawless. One mistake, and I join him.
That evening, Akari led Asahi into the stadium's hidden underbelly. a dusty archive untouched for decades.
Look here, centuries of match logs. The referee has never changed. The same figure, same golden glow since the league began.
So he really is a god. How do we fight a god, Akari?
He wasn't always divine. There's a legend, a mortal player who made a pact and was transformed.
The scroll depicted a player wreathed in golden light, his face blurred by divine radiance, and below him, the words, "He plays alone forever."
He plays alone forever. Is that what the referee is? A prisoner?
The pact's details are worn away, but one line remains. Only a game of tears can break the eternal watch.
That night, Asahi's sleep was invaded by visions, an ancient stadium, and a player bathed in unbearable loneliness. In the dream, the golden player turned toward him, a faceless silhouette, yet Asahi felt an eerie familiarity.
Why do I feel like that's me? Like I've stood on that pitch before, centuries ago.
The dream pulled him deeper, into a timeless void where a lone figure knelt before an ancient light, offering his soul. The mortal spoke, "Let me become the guardian of this game. Let no foulness taint it, even if I must judge alone forever." The light accepted, and the player's humanity dissolved into golden duty, eternal, isolated, watching countless seasons pass without a single true connection.
Now I see. He's not evil. He's just been waiting for someone to understand.
At dawn, Asahi found Akari in the empty stadium stands, the weight of revelation in his eyes.
The pact was a sacrifice. He chose loneliness to protect the sport. But now he's trapped in it.
Then the phrase makes sense. A game of tears. It's not our tears. It's his. You have to make the god weep with the beauty of your play.
If I can reach him through football, if I can play a match so pure, it breaks his isolation. Maybe the curse ends. I am not playing to survive anymore. I am going to set him free.
The resolve was born beneath the silent floodlights, not a promise of victory, but a vow to create a masterpiece that would move a god. The stadium lights burned white hot. Asahi's eyes met the masked figure, and this time, he didn't flinch. Asahi received the ball and began a run that defied gravity. Each defender he passed seemed to freeze. Then, from 20 yards, he struck, a curling arc that kissed the top corner. The net rippled like a waking star. The referee's whistle hand fell silent. For a long, breathless moment, the golden mask merely watched. But then, a brutal collision. Kaito crumpled under a reckless challenge, clutching his knee.
He's hurt. I could go for another goal. But if I leave him, the god might see selfishness. Medic, get over here now.
Asahi stayed by Kaito until the stretcher arrived, then turned back to the game with a grim set to his jaw. Minutes later, he scored again, a scrappy, opportunistic finish. Effective, but the poetry was gone. The referee's aura flickered, a dimness like disappointment. The beautiful game demanded more, and the judge was still waiting. After the final whistle, Asahi found Akari in the stands, her notes scattered like puzzle pieces finally forming a picture.
I've found the missing part of the pact, Asahi. The eternal referee shall judge until a heart so pure plays a game that draws tears from stone. He didn't become the referee to punish. He's been searching for someone worthy enough to break his loneliness through the game itself.
So all the disappearances, every judgment, it's been a desperate call for someone to finally play the way he once dreamed. Then, it's not just skill. I have to make football a prayer. I have to play so beautifully that a god breaks down.
The goal was no longer survival. It was redemption for a lonely deity and for every player who had turned to dust.
Every pass will be a promise. Every goal will be a letter to a prisoner who forgot his own name. I will reach him.
Asahi, remember, this isn't a trick to appease him. It must be genuine. If there's a trace of selfishness, he'll see through it.
Then I'll empty myself completely. I'll become exactly what the game needs. No more, no less.
That evening, Asahi knelt on the pitch, not in fear, but in promise. The next match wouldn't be a contest. It would be a masterpiece. The next match began under the judge's glare, sharper than ever. Asahi took a breath and chose to play as a prayer. A perfect strike found the net, but the whistle cut the celebration short. Offside, replays showed a brutal lie.
No anger. He's testing my spirit, not the score. I can't let him think I play only for goals.
Minutes later, Another goal was erased by an imaginary foul. The defender hadn't even touched him.
If I retaliate, I turn into Ren. I have to be emptier than silence. Just the ball and the beauty.
He's not breaking. Look at his face. He's playing through the injustice like it's just another pass.
Asahi kept dancing. Each touch was a defiance wrapped in grace, a silent offer to the lonely god. The referee's golden aura wavered. The hostility didn't vanish, but a new shadow crept in. Curiosity.
You're not my enemy. You're the audience no one clapped for. I'll play until you remember how to feel.
The match ended without another vanishing. The god hadn't smiled, but for the first time, he had truly watched. The next morning, the Tower League announced its final judgment. One match, all remaining players would be weighed together.
He's forcing everyone into the fire at once. No one can hide. This is the moment the referee has been waiting for.
So this is it. The god has run out of patience. I can't just play for beauty. I have to save everyone.
I won't pretend I am not terrified. But I am not leaving your side, Asahi. Whatever you need, I'll be there.
Akari pressed her research notes into Asahi's hands. All she had gathered about the god's patterns, the pact, the hidden rules.
Play not to satisfy him, but to reach him. The purity must be absolute. No trace of anger. No fear. He'll feel it.
I'll carry everyone who vanished with me onto that pitch. They'll live in my passes, in every step.
In the locker room, the remaining players gathered. Silent, scared, but no longer isolated. They formed a circle.
We're not victims anymore. We're the answer to that lonely god's prayer, and we'll show him what real football looks like.
As they walked out, the stadium loomed like a cathedral of judgment. The final trial was upon them, and only divine tears could end it. The final match erupted in brutality. Opponents played like enforcers, and under the god's heavy glare, Asahi's team crumbled. 0-1, 0-2, 0-3. As the third goal struck the net, a terrible shimmer passed through several players. Their outlines flickered like dying embers.
Number. They're starting to fade. I have to act now, not with fear, with art. Don't give up. Remember who we are. Every pass, every step, make it count for those who vanished.
Asahi took the kickoff like a man possessed. He danced through 4 defenders and curved a shot into the far corner. 1-3. The shimmering on his teammates paused. Asahi grabbed the ball from the net and sprinted back to the center circle. Inspired, Kaito won a brutal tackle and laid the ball off. Asahi struck again, a thunderous drive. 2-3. The stadium roared.
Not enough. We're still losing. But I won't let anyone disappear. Not while I can still run.
The referee's golden aura pulsed erratically. Curiosity and something deeper. The judgment wasn't over, but the question had changed. The match hung in freezing balance. Asahi had bought minutes, but the final truth remained unwritten, and the god was no longer just a judge. During a stoppage, Asahi walked to the referee's pedestal. The stadium held its breath.
Why are you so alone? You've watched for centuries, but who watches over you?
You dare speak to me. Prove that caring is not a weakness. Show me a reason.
He spoke. After all this time, he's not asking for a victory. He's asking for meaning.
The players froze. The referee's golden aura rippled with ancient pain. The mask seemed to tremble.
I am going to create the Phantom Dance, the legendary play. Trust me with everything.
We're with you, Asahi. Every one of us. Play that dance.
The team nodded, fear transforming into sacred duty. They knew the plan was madness and faith.
Time grows short, but I've been waiting for this since the first vanishing. I'll reach you.
Asahi turned to the pitch, the god's challenge ringing. He would answer with the most beautiful game ever played. The ball rolled to Asahi's feet. Time fractured. He became the center of a silent universe.
This is the Phantom Dance my dreams showed me. Every step must be a poem.
He glided past the first defender with a touch so soft it seemed to erase the opponent from existence. A second lunged, but Asahi simply floated. No, danced. Over the tackle, the grass accepted his rhythm. The third and fourth defenders fell to feints that ignored physics. Asahi was playing a different language. On the pedestal, the referee's golden aura flared, and a hairline crack split the mask, a gasp, barely audible.
The play isn't finished. The final note must be selflessness. I remember the dream's ending.
Asahi burst into the penalty box. The goalkeeper advanced. The net was open, but he stopped dead, and then, with a tender push, he passed sideways. The ball rolled not to glory, but to a teammate. The referee's mask splintered further. The lonely god had never witnessed such a sacrifice, and he couldn't look away. The teammate slammed the ball into the corner. The referee's mask fractured further, a web of glowing cracks. 3-3. Asahi collapsed to the grass, lungs burning. He had given everything, and still it wasn't over.
The god's heart is open now. One more push, the most honest play I can imagine.
The referee's golden light sputtered. For the first time in a millennium, the divine facade showed doubt. He wasn't just watching anymore. He was waiting, hoping for the next move.
I can't do this for survival. I have to play for him, and for everyone who vanished.
Kaito offered his arm, but Asahi refused. This next run had to be pure, solitary, a prayer untainted by even friendship's weight.
Stay back. This dance, I have to lead it alone.
Asahi stood, swaying and gestured for the ball. The referee's shattered mask seemed to lean forward. Minutes remained. The game demanded a winner, but Asahi knew the real goal, divine tears of release. Asahi closed his eyes and let the memory of the ancient player flood through him, a century of loneliness, 1,000 years of waiting.
I can see you now, the one who gave up everything so the game could be pure. This phantom dance is yours.
He moved, and the ancient sequence ignited. Each step traced a pattern from a forgotten era, a dance no one had seen for a millennium. The referee's shattered mask trembled. A low, pained sound escaped, then golden tears streamed from the jagged cracks.
You were so lonely for so long, but I'm here, and I'll play a game. So beautiful, the heavens will weep with you.
Every player on the field froze. The ball seemed to hover. The entire stadium became a cathedral of silence. The whistle dropped from the referee's trembling hand. A sob echoed across the pitch, the sound of eternity breaking. Time restarted only for Asahi. The final movement of the phantom dance awaited a strike that would seal the miracle. The referee's sobs grew louder, his divine form flickering. He was no longer a judge, he was a prisoner, seeing the key. Asahi took one final breath. The entire universe seemed to lean in, waiting for the goal that would set a god free. His foot struck with a prayer's finality. The phantom dance ended in divine perfection. The ball curved impossibly, a streak of light, and the net exploded with golden radiance. The mask shattered into a storm of golden splinters, revealing the truth beneath. Beneath it was a face that made the stadium gasp, Asahi's own, weathered by eternity.
That's my face. The referee is me. But how is that possible?
The divine light flared one last time, then softly dimmed, as if a burden were lifting.
He's been waiting for someone to play like him, and it's my face he wears.
The ancient eyes, identical to Asahi's, met his own, a connection forged through football. The entire stadium witnessed the impossible, a god unmasked as a mortal's reflection. The mask lay in golden dust. The referee stood exposed, a mirror of Asahi, older, and trembling with release. The unmasked god spoke, his voice echoing with 1,000 years of solitude.
I was once a player like you. I made a pact to preserve the purity of football, but I've been a prisoner, judging alone forever. You played the game I always dreamed of, a prayer of tears. You've broken the chain. Now, take this whistle.
He wants me to replace him, to become the new judge, to watch over the game forever.
The whistle hovered between them, a bridge to eternity. Asahi's hand trembled at his side.
I've carried this loneliness so long. Don't let the game lose its guardian or its heart.
The power to judge, to erase or save, it's not a gift, it's a cage, and he's been in it so long.
The stadium held its breath. Every player, every ghost of the vanished, waited for Asahi's answer.
If I accept, I'll lose everything human. But if I refuse, what happens to football, to everyone who suffered?
The god waited, hope and sorrow mingled in his ancient eyes. The burden of eternities rested not on a throne, but on a choice.
Number. Football is for mortals. It's messy, flawed, and human. That's what makes it beautiful.
Then I am free. After 1,000 years, I can finally rest.
The divine light dissolved from his form like golden snow, and the ancient robe billowed empty for a final moment. Across the field, golden dust began to coalesce, shimmering outlines of those who had vanished. Yuto blinked, clutching his chest where the whistle had pointed. He was solid, alive, and confused.
They're back. Everyone who disappeared, they're all back.
It's over. The curse is broken. He's finally at peace.
The Tower League became just a league. No more vanishings, no more judgment. Only the beautiful game remained.
You did it, Asahi. You didn't just survive. You saved football itself.
And for a fleeting moment, the faint outline of a whistle twinkled in the sky like a star that had finally found rest. The celebrations roared on, but Asahi slipped quietly to the empty pedestal's edge, needing a moment alone. He stood where the god had stood, the grass still faintly warm with fading divinity.
He was me, a version that chose duty over life. I'll carry his sacrifice with every touch of the ball.
He knelt by a puddle on the pitch. His reflection smiled back, youthful, unburdened, alive.
The Phantom is gone. He's free. And I get to play just for the sake of the game.
Asahi, come on. Yuto wants to thank you. He said he owes you a lifetime of passes.
A lifetime, huh? I'll hold him to that. Let's go play some football.
They jogged back to their teammates, where voices rang out without fear for the first time.
It's strange. I'd forgotten what a simple, clean game feels like. No stakes, just joy.
And as the sky deepened, the only whistle came from the stands. A fan, not a god, and it sounded like home. Later, when the crowds had gone, Asahi returned alone to the silent cathedral of grass.
So quiet now. The echoes of cheering are just ghosts. He was trapped for so long, thinking no one could ever understand. From now on, every step on this grass is a celebration. No fear, just the game.
He nudged the ball forward, and it rolled, simple and honest, across the green.
I don't need a whistle. I just need a ball and a reason to smile.
He looked toward the empty goal, an archway to no judgment, only possibility.
Every net will hold my joy now, not my fear. That's what he really wanted.
He tucked the ball under his arm and walked toward the tunnel. No longer a survivor, just a player who loved the game. And the pitch, silent and patient, waited for tomorrow's joy, eternally free. The next afternoon, on a half pitch, Asahi and Kaito kicked a ball between them with no care for rules.
Remember when we thought every pass might be our last?
Now every pass feels like a tribute to the one who kept the game pure.
A single golden leaf detached from an old poplar and landed on the center circle, shimmering faintly. It gleamed softly, a remnant of divine light now resting in peace.
He's still around, not judging, just watching with a smile.
He looked up. High above, a faint star shimmered in the shape of a whistle. It twinkled once, like a playful wink, then dissolved into the pale dusk.
One more game. Winner buys dinner.
And above the field, the whistle star was gone, but the beautiful game it guarded would forever be free.